Hey everybody, welcome back to my anime reaction channel, GizAnime. Today we're going to be watching Boy Riverside episode 3. Last we left off with Sally being confronted by Mikoto and Sumeragi, asking her to join them, each independently. From what we understand by Mikoto, Sumeragi is an orc, and their whole thing is to kill them. Then we've got the one that's, Meki or Carrot. She still hasn't been named by the party yet, so I guess we'll go with Makai or Meki. We'll say Makai for now. Sally befriended her because she lost her horn and her other eye that gave her power, so she's essentially not human or orc. She's a castaway from both sides. And again, Sally's all about that equality, so there is a chance that she would go with Sumeragi, but the synopsis of the whole anime says that she ends up going with Mikoto. So I'm assuming she's going to go with him. We also have a orc that is summoned by Sumeragi early on in the episode. A high orc that looks like a child who loves Makai and I guess wanted to marry her eventually. And Sumeragi basically lies and says she was dead. And this little orc kid wants to go kill Mikoto now. And I'm pretty sure he's just going to end up getting slaughtered himself. But Sumeragi is essentially trying to start some kind of war between the two groups, the orcs and the humans. To what ends, nobody knows just yet. With that all being said, let's get on to this episode though. See what Sally decides to do. And I'll see you there. Alright everybody, here we go. Huh. Are we watching Attack on Titan? Okay, so a little bit of backstory. Probably when they first met. Yeah. That's gotta be Sally.
You don't say!
This is my order, leave me alone. Yeah. Just because you say you're a princess doesn't mean I have to believe you. You could be lying. Alright, so are we gonna now branch away from this and go into just episodes of them traveling together, like a whole backstory, and then near the end jump back to this? Or was the synopsis wrong and this is just going to be like an episode of what happened and then we'll jump back to current time? Because what's going on now is what I expected to happen the whole time. How small does a town have to be for you to know everybody? Yeah, I don't think he has anything to worry about. How do they not see her over the bush? The extremely polite, terrible villains are gone. Yeah, her actual name is so hard to pronounce. Saldarine. Dude, I'm so glad she just said Sally because I'd butcher that name every time. Did they just give her food or does she still have to pay for it? Yeah, and they all seem to... Well, I guess since she's the princess, everybody would know her. That makes sense. Now, does she have the Peach Boy power now, or is that something that unlocks as they travel together? It's just dormant, and somehow, through their travels, she awakens it. And she didn't fully awaken it until the first episode. So even after the travels, she didn't awaken it. This girl's mind is in the gutter all the time. What kind of feast is this guy living up? At this point, I kind of hope that we just revert back to last episode, next episode, and this is just kind of a one-off. Because I feel like leaving it on that kind of a cliffhanger this whole time is a little absurd.
It's my life.
That's so very, very sad.
Yeah, that has got to be kind of boring. Just living in the same place forever. I used to move around a lot as a kid. My dad was in the military. Wasn't that great either, but I can understand where she's coming from. Especially being a princess. To just never know anything but your own kingdom. To never learn from other kingdoms, probably. To grow. Oh, wow. This old dude was here back then.
Well, duh.
Well, yeah. That makes sense, because he knew about Mikoto's abilities and his power, so he had to have seen it firsthand, which we're going to see. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You're pretty flat. I'm kind of amazed he doesn't have any... Yo, really? She thought he was a girl this whole time? No. Of course. Why would that have changed all of a sudden? I'm actually shocked he has no scars, though. Is that why they ended up parting ways? Did he end up abandoning her?
Nope.
Yeah. Wow. This guy just waltzed right in there.
Excuse me, what?
$30 people a month.
Oh, shit!
Huh. Oh, wow. Does he already know him?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked
Or does
up.
he just feel his power? No, I think he knows him.
This isn't right!
Oh, wow. Mikoto suddenly got rape face. I'm gonna get ya! Okay, so the old guy is about to go stop all of them, right? Or is he just bouncing himself? Oh, given the current circumstances, he's gonna be like, yeah, go. Have fun. Because I don't want you to be around for this. Now, is Mikoto just going after the old guy, or is he gonna kill all the others too? So it's already a part of her. Huh. She's just never fought one of them this whole time? Or did this transpire in a lot less time than I thought it did? Like, did their travels really not last that long? No. The old guy gets away now. I'm not so sure about everybody else.
We've got a badass over here.
He's just gonna one-shot him. The difference in power, like I said before, is pretty absurd. Like, there's almost no contest at all. It's like a grown man beating up a child. An infant, no less. You're dead. That's what you are. Already gone. Oh, I thought he was gonna kill him. Just took his arm. I mean, they're gonna die anyway, but... Okay, is that why they call him Peach Boy? Because he wears a peach around his head? No, I don't. I still really don't. What does an old dude and an old woman have to do with this kid going around slaughtering people? Where's the connection? Yeah. He's certainly enjoying this. But why? It's a little creepy, to say the least. I wonder if he heard all that before he actually died. Yeah, no kidding. But at the same time, he's scary as shit. And then there's the dog, which I've never really mentioned, but what the hell is this thing? It literally talks. Is it some kind of spirit guardian, or like something he summoned? She can't go past them? I'd have given you a dumpling. So she didn't follow him. So they never went on a journey in the first place. So this is why she's been looking for him the whole time. The way they acted when they found out she was in that city, it played out like they've known each other for a while though. And like he could, I guess he was able to sense her abilities, not so much her. I don't know, it's getting a little confusing, to say the least. Because I don't know how Mikoto would have known that she was there. Did he rescind all his... Right, he just wanted her to go because he thought that they were all about to die. I'm not sure if she's the future ruler of the kingdom because she's a princess, but learning about other nations is probably beneficial to her own nation. How they conduct business and things of that nature, not just the monsters themselves. I wonder if she ever comes back home. She's just basically saying bye to her dad and not knowing if she's ever going to see him again. Okay, is Mikoto going to be there waiting? Or is, like, no. Of course not. Dang. Alright, is this where she sees Frau? total letdown. So disappointed that I haven't found any danger yet. Yep, this is where she sees Frau. Alright, everybody. So, in this episode, we get the backstory that I kind of was looking for, that the synopsis kind of gave, but gave wrong. So, the episode, or the show in general, isn't about what the synopsis said it was about so far. Now, she might end up siding with Mikoto now, and then they're going to go off on their journey with Frau, Hawthorne, Carrot, and continue there. And I'm really still excited to see Makai or Carrot see Mikoto and just kind of the interaction that they're going to have. That'll be really interesting. But we find out that Mikoto destroyed the old ogre's village. And I keep confusing the two as well. With the orc and ogre, I can't remember which they're called, so forgive me for that, because in my intro I called them orcs. Regardless, though, he destroyed his country, his village, or wherever he was from, his nation, and then he sees them here because the old guy came here to take over this place because he needed somewhere else to, start anew. So, I guess he got away again, obviously, because we see him in the last episode talking about how strong Mikoto is. So the two haven't gone traveling yet, but maybe, like I said, they'll start traveling. Next episode is called Frau and the Vampire. So I'm guessing we're going to get a backstory on Frau now as to how she ended up laying face down in the dirt when Sally found her. We might even get a backstory episode for Carrot now, too. Kind of leading up to how they all got there. I'm hoping that this doesn't happen too much longer. I also probably need to look up how many episodes this season has. Because I'm hoping that we get some kind of story progression going here soon. And not just all these little mini events that we're getting at the moment. I'm not saying I don't like them. The show is pretty interesting. The only thing I really don't like is the interjection of the "you've heard this story before" thing, because obviously A, we haven't, and B, it makes no damn sense the way they portray said story. An old dude goes out to the woods or something and some old lady starts washing clothing, and then we get Peach Boy. How are these related? Why did these old people go out here in the first place? This really needs to be expanded upon, as far as I'm concerned. With that said, though, I enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed the little bit of brief synopsis of the story that we got of, the history. Maybe Sally will one day get to go see her dad again, which would be, kind of nice. But with that being said, let me know what you all thought of the episode, and I'll see you all next time.